All right, if you spent any time on social media at all lately, then you've probably noticed that social media is getting a little bit of a bad rap. From social media addiction to declining mental health, most of us feel like social media is ruining our lives. In fact, this summer I did a poll on my Instagram just to see how people were feeling about Instagram in general, and 73% of people who responded to the poll said they would be down for a social media fast. But hear me out. I really think that social media can not only bring us joy in our day-to-day lives, I actually think it's a perfect tool to help raise our vibrations and reprogram our subconscious minds, which would allow us to technically live our most fulfilled lives. Here's why. Okay, real quick, story time. You may already know that this summer I quit social media and canceled my whole entire social life as a full-time content creator at that. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out this video. But yeah, I quit social media, canceled my social life this summer, and I'm not gonna lie, it was literally the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. But now that I'm back, I've been thinking about how I want to approach re-entering the digital world and make it work for me instead of against me. And so I figured I'd share that with you and that maybe we could do it together. So here's what I'm thinking. After doing some research, I realized there's a lot of talk about digital minimalism, which is basically getting rid of social media altogether or sticking to maybe 1 or 2 platforms or something like that. But I've been thinking about a different concept, digital selectivity. Because to me, the problem isn't necessarily that you're on social media, it's because you're not being selective and setting clear boundaries for your digital world. Like, I think if you're actually honest and staying true to yourself while being selective, you can essentially create a utopian social media experience. Now, without further ado, let's get into talking about how you can be a little more digitally selective. These are the 3 things that I'm actually planning to do myself. All right, so number 1, and I know you're gonna feel some type of way about this, but hear me out. Stop following your friends. Okay, so here's why. The other day I was listening to this podcast where they're interviewing this guy named Bryce Pritchett. And they were interviewing him about making quantum change in his life, right? Or in your life in general. And he made this point about negative and positive energy, or negative thoughts versus positive thoughts. And he said that in order to start seeing quantum change in your life, you actually don't even need to add more positive thoughts. You just need to limit or eliminate negative thoughts. So meaning that a lot of times, we may have negative thoughts and then we're like, oh no, let me undo it. Let me undo it by adding in more positive thoughts, right? But the reality is that negativity is still there. So what he was saying is actually, you could just clean everything out by just removing the negative thoughts, right? Or decreasing the negative thoughts. You don't have to add anything else. Now, back to not following your friends. Here's the problem with following your friends, right? The way that information is presented on social media can really have a weird effect on the human brain, which we've obviously seen right over the years. Because I feel like social media came out, we went crazy with it, everybody was following, everybody was sharing. And now years later, we're like, wait a minute, this is messing up my mental health. Why am I so depressed? And a lot of it is because as soon as you start scrolling, right? Think about it. You're looking at all of your friends, you're seeing all of their business, which in a regular world, or I guess you could say the old world, that was never a thing. The human brain is not used to seeing everybody they know business just on Front Street, right? 2, usually it's a highlight reel, right? So essentially you're looking at people's basically life resume, and think about what you put on a resume. You put your best, top, greatest achievements on there. Same thing happens on social media, right? But the reality is you're living day to day, and we all know that the day to day isn't necessarily achievement. But as we scroll, it's achievement, right? Or something really great and amazing. Most days are pretty mundane. Some days are just straight trash, right? And then here and there, we have really great days. And if you're really lucky and you're really good, you live in that monk life, then maybe every day is really great. But the point is, there's too many extremes, right? When you're following someone else's life and it's so close to you that it automatically puts you in comparison mode. And once you get into comparison mode, what ends up happening? Negative thoughts. And what do we need to do? Reduce the negative thoughts. So stop following your friends. It's pointless. If they need to tell you something, they will reach out to you directly. Let me tell you something. Email still works. Let me tell you something. Your phone still works. It's ringing right now. Someone just texted you. What else still works? Meeting up in person. Okay? If someone has something to tell you, they'll tell you directly. You don't need to be up on their life like that. Focus on your own. Which brings me to hack number 2, follow self-improvement content. Because think about it, consumption isn't just what you eat, it's what we read, and it's definitely what we scroll through, right? Not only that, but remember when I was talking about subconscious reprogramming? Well, your subconscious is most susceptible to accepting information when you're not paying attention. It's all the things in the background that start to fill and inform your subconscious, in addition to the things that you learn between the ages of 1 and 7. So when you're mindlessly scrolling, you're literally eating up all types of random information that may or may not be aligned with where you want to be in life and what you want to feel on a regular basis. So examples of self-improvement content are things that have to do with spirituality. So anything spiritual works. Think about law of assumption, law of attraction. An example would be like Abraham Hicks. Also educational podcasts, but not the news. Specifically, not the news. Most of the time, these pages just post quotes or just thought-provoking ideas and images that can, 1, get you out of a rut really quickly, 2, provide you with spiritual confirmations, and 3, ultimately start to fill your subconscious with positive energy and affirmations. However, I would probably exclude mental health pages. I'm not gonna lie, that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. We'll get into that another day. But yeah, I would avoid mental health pages except for the pages that offer sort of like somatic techniques to help you soothe your nervous system. An example of a page like that would be Anna the Anxiety Coach. So check her out because she lit and she's just good people in general. Also, just be careful with health and fitness pages. Sometimes health pages can kind of use fear to motivate people to make healthy lifestyle changes. So just be discerning with that. And then with fitness pages, also be careful with that too, because it can start to affect like your body image. It brings that comparison back into the game again. So again, the name of the game is selectivity. So be selective. Follow the people that actually help you, that bring a smile to your face, that are educating you. Yeah, things like that. And hack number 3, make room for fun and relaxing content. So think comedians, those pages that give you like random facts, so something like Uber Facts, and nature photography and pages that are sort of immersive in nature are perfect for this. And it's for 2 simple reasons. 1, keeps the vibes high. 2, lifts your mood instantly. Because literally both of those things are probably the most important when it comes to manifesting your life of maximum fulfillment. The vibes are key. One thing I would say though is avoid gossip blogs, things like the Shade Room, all of that. Notice I didn't say entertainment, I said fun and relaxing content. There's a reason for that. The Shade Room is basically gossip. It's like an extension of the news, and I already said, fam, you don't need to be watching the news. If you are not where you want to be in life, like literally if you're not sitting in a bathrobe eating bonbons without a care in the world, you do not need to watch the news. Okay, I think I made a point. I know I've been harping on it, but it really just goes back to the vibrations, right? Which, like I said, is literally super duper key to getting to a more fulfilled life, right? And so gossip, news, they all encourage lower vibrations when we need to be in the higher vibrations. So yeah, that's the plan. I actually made a whole new Instagram so that I could test everything out. Actually, that might be the way for some of y'all who feel a little bit nervous about unfollowing your friends or whatever the case might be. But yeah, feel free to add me there. It's at Judine St. G. If you just want to get like a closer look into how I'm actually doing it. Don't be alarmed right now. There's like no posts. I'm not following anything because I'm still deciding like, okay, who do I want to follow? What do I want to, have in my feed? Also, it's going to be the space for you and me and the rest of our YouTube community to get super, super close and just learn more about each other. So make sure that you add me on there. Also, let me know in the comments, did I convince you? Are you going to delete Instagram now, or are you going to give it another shot? Let me know. Also, have you tried any of these hacks that I listed? Do you think you would want to try the hacks? Which one would you try? Let me know in the comments. Let's chat. Okay, I know I spent this whole video trying to convince you that you don't actually need to delete Instagram or get off social media, but listen, if you really feel like you just need that time away, take it. And if you're an empath like me and you want to get the most out of your time away, then you may want to consider checking out my next series on how to take a full-on period of self-isolation. When I took time away from social media, I also did this, and it brought me crazy results in literally every way. So be sure to check those videos out next. And while you're here, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an upload. Oh, real quick, I said that I was gonna show you my outfit. Tell me this isn't cute. It's from Savage Fenty. Don't mind all the wires and everything. Oh, you can't really see because of the shorts. Let me get on the bed so you can see this. I'm doing the most, but that's okay. Can you see it? I have to kind of squat down. Wow. You know what? This means that we probably should do a try on haul. So that's coming soon. I just need to organize my life. Okay, go watch the other videos. Bye.